Defensive guys said that they thought there was growth, especially late in the games. What do you think it takes to get to that point in terms of being good in these clutch situations?
Being good in a clutch situation, it takes everybody just executing in the moment, everyone not like losing their mind and trying to do something like I'm trying to make a play mentality. You don't have to try to make a play. It's just everybody just doing their job, being where they're supposed to be, playing together as all 11. That's how you win in those critical moments. At the end of the day, it's still, right, still about executing. And that's what it happens. That's what it comes down to in those critical moments.
CJ's being mentioned in the MVP conversations, and you're now being mentioned in the Coach of the Year conversations. What does that mean to you without a bunch of coach speaking?
For me, getting mentioned for getting the mention for Coach of the Year, CJ getting the MVP mentions, it doesn't matter to us, honestly. Like, I really don't care. That's not what I seek out to be, or that's not what CJ as a player. We don't seek out for the personal accolades. That's not what we work for, right? We work together as a team, right, to put ourselves in good position to play meaningful football, and that's where we are. And we just have to keep going out, getting better, right, keep executing throughout the end of the year, all right, continue to put together some wins. That's what's important to us.
Did you win a Coordinator of the Year award last year?
Yeah, I did win. I won an Assistant Coach of the Year last year. My kids love that trophy. It's for them.
Maybe you get a bigger.
DeMeco, at the last Cardinals drive, did you notice anything about their approach, their operation, that maybe they moved a little bit slower than they had at different points in the game, maybe trying to bleed a little bit extra clock to make sure that was, the last possession, or with the late heroics that you guys have had, maybe a whole lot less time than previously. Did you notice anything on their last drive?
I think it was a normal operation. I think any team in that situation, you want to finish with the ball, right, and have an opportunity to score there at the end. So I think they were trying to do that. I think our crowd played a big factor into them having to, take a timeout, them having a false start there. So it was our crowd really played an important piece, all right, to that last drive.
Coach, a week ago, go ahead, Sal. Thank you, Stars. A week ago, C.J. Stroud threw that fourth quarter interception against the Bengals, and said he went over to you and said, "Hey, I got you." Did you guys say the same thing to him yesterday, more than just figuratively? What was that like on the sideline?
Of course, for us as a team, we have each other's back. Like, that's what it's all about. It's not about one person. If one person, makes a mistake, it's okay, because the defense has to uplift the offense. Same offense has to uplift the defense. Special teams making plays for everyone. So it's about everybody playing together, everybody, being tight, right? And that's what it's about. That's how you become a really good team, is being connected and guys playing together, playing for each other.
Coach, coming into this season, did you ever imagine that at this point of the season that you all will be one game out of first place, playing against, the first place team in order to take over first place? Do you feel that you all are kind of ahead of the curve this year?
For me, I never thought about this point in the season, because I think if you just take care of it one day at a time, then everything else will take care of itself. And that's always been my approach. So to think, I don't know what week we're in, week 10 or week 11, like, I wasn't thinking about this, during training camp or during the start of the season. I was thinking about, right, our focus for that particular week, that particular day. How can our team get better? How can we continue to grow? And that's still my same mindset as we enter this week, right? How can we get better? How can we grow? There are a lot of things that we did well in that game on Sunday, but there are also a ton of things that we can improve upon. And for me, our focus is, continuing to improve, continue to show growth. That way our team can get better down the stretch.
Was AFC South title in view, though? Did you have that? Did you all have that in mind? Was that on a vision board or a focus board or anything?
Our vision is winning the day and winning against whoever our opponent is that week.
On that topic, how difficult is it to beat an opponent twice? A lot of people talk about adjustments, and both teams are very different from this early jump in the season to where you are now.
Each game is different. No, it doesn't matter what happened in our first game versus Jacksonville. It really doesn't matter, right? They've they've grown, they've changed over the past few weeks, and we have as well. So each game, I take it as it's a new game, it's a new approach each and every time we play an opponent.
With Damian Williams coming back this week, Devin, in his absence, has run extremely well, 256 yards past 2 games. What's kind of going to be the approach there? Is Devin still going to be the starter, or will it be still right back?
We'll see how Damian goes, how he practices for the week. Right? It's encouraging to have him back. Damian has been a really good player for us, and to have Damian and have Motor, I think that's a good problem to have. We'll figure it out.
What ways have you seen the Jaguars change in particular, if you've gotten that?
I haven't gotten that far on the Jaguars just yet, so we're still putting to bed the previous game.
One question. You talked about wanting your players to be themselves in the game. Why was that important?
It's important for me for guys to understand that they can be themselves. I don't want guys to hold anything back or try to feel like they have to be someone they're not, right? I want guys to be loose and also be locked in what we're asking them to do, right? And I feel like that's how you have to operate, right? Everybody being able to express their personality, right? A lot of guys, some guys are talkative, some are not. Some guys, rah-rah guys, you don't have to be that way. However you approach the game and whatever makes you play your best and be who you are, like you be the best version of yourself, right? And if each person that steps into our locker room, each person that, is a part of our team, if they're the best version of themselves, then we'll have a really good team.
Coach, what are you, this week of Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for?
First and foremost, I'm thankful for my family, and the sacrifices that my wife and kids, that they've put up with me, having to deal with the job here a lot of time away. So I'm truly thankful for my wife and all the sacrifices that she's made and all the work that she does behind the scenes and allowing me to do what I love doing.
This is the time of year.
Let's describe Blake Cashman's performance, not just from yesterday, but the whole entire season.
Blake did a really good job for us. Throughout the whole season, Blake has shown up and made plays for us. Yesterday, the thing that stood out for me with Blake was him stepping in at the Mike linebacker spot, which is a position he hasn't played all year. But for him to step in and handle the communication, right, really well, I think that just speaks to Blake and his growth and, how important he is to our team, right? Being able to play multiple spots is really important for us. And Blake stood up, made a lot of plays for us yesterday, and he's done that all year. So very encouraged with Blake's growth throughout the year.
How important is it throughout the season for a team for their growth to see them win in different ways?
Yeah, that's what it's about. Each week is different, right? However, and I tell a guy, however you have to win, it doesn't matter. Like, just finish with the win. It's no such thing to me as an ugly win. I don't know what that means. At the end of the day, you put in all the work throughout the week to finish with the win. And however you have to do it, whether it's 50 to 49, whether it's 6-0, like it doesn't matter. Like you have to find a way to win.
Take a few more.
After the defense got a 4th down stop, the cameras got you in 4K, pounding your pitch, you really fired up. I'm curious how much of that player competitiveness is still in you and how you go on game day for your team.
I'm fired up for my players to see the work that they put in and to see them make big plays for us. Right, we're getting stops, we're getting off the field, we're getting explosives on offense, we're scoring touchdowns. Like, I'm fired up for these guys because, man, I truly care about them and I'm excited to see their success. Right, them being successful, that's what gets me going. Right, that's what pumps me up. Seeing Tank and CJ connect and make plays, seeing Steve Nelson, right, make plays, seeing Stingley, right, back making big time interceptions, Will having a big game, pressuring the quarterback, sacking the quarterback, like that gets me fired up, man, because I know the work that our guys have put in, and I know how hard it is to make a play on Sunday. Right, it's hard to make plays, but to see those guys excel, that really fires me up.
Coach, you talking
You've been a
about
part
guys.
of teams that you've been in big games. You've been a part of teams that played in the Super Bowl, teams that have been on the cusp of getting to the Super Bowl. Obviously, this is a big week for divisional standings. How much would that experience help you with making them not think this game is bigger than what it actually is?
Yeah. For me, how do you help a team to understand like how big a game is without making a big deal? It's the same approach each week. Like our approach to practice, it shouldn't change. Like it's the same approach we had last week. It's just being focused on yourself first and foremost, like cleaning up the mistakes that you had in this last game. That's been the focus. And if everybody cleans up their one or two mistakes, and if we go out and not have those same mistakes again on Sunday, right, we'll have a really good chance of winning this game.
Coach, you were just talking about, taking satisfaction in guys making plays, ones that put in a lot of hard work. You seem to take Christian Harris under your wing from a very early point. What was it like for you seeing him be as impactful as he was yesterday, making some important plays down the stretch?
I was excited for Christian. He's made some big-time plays there, batting the ball down and a couple pressures there with him blitzing, big-time stops for us. So I'm excited for Christian and his growth and what he's doing. Christian's a really good player, and he has a lot to improve on, a lot to grow, and he's dialed in and he's dedicated to growing. So really coachable guy. Really love his spirit, love the way he fights, love the way he gets after it on Sundays. So just excited for Christian and what he can continue to become as a player.
We'll take a couple more. Sergeant Kim.
You talked about what you're grateful for. What is it that would definitely be on your plate for Thanksgiving?
Definitely on my plate for Thanksgiving. Hopefully a Miss Kim sweet potato pie. No, that's a good one. No.
Sergeant, last one.
Coach, on yesterday, CJ was talking about that he was going to keep letting the ball fly. He says that, Curry doesn't stop shooting when he missed shots. And so the mistakes that he made on yesterday is not going to hinder him from, continue to let the ball fly. When you have someone like that with that type of attitude, that type of, for lack of a better word, machismo, what does that mean as far as the leadership with this team and having that attitude?
I love CJ's attitude about him continuing to shoot like Curry, and that's the only way you continue to get better, right? You learn from your mistakes and you continue to attack it, and that's how I want CJ to approach the game. I want him to approach the game with an attack-first mindset, and we're not going to hold back just because we make mistakes. He also made a lot of big plays for us in that game, so we won't let, 3 or 4 negative plays affect how he plays the game. We continue to trust him, continue to lean on him and his leadership and what he's done for our offense, right? We're in a position we're in because of his play, and we'll continue to lean on him.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
Good.